Hello to you, and welcome to another episode of Project Ozone 3 Mythic mode. How are you guys doing today? How's life? Today I'm going to start the episode by showing off my brand new shuriken. Does 150 damage. It one-shots everyone. Anything. I just want to make sure that I can make it unbreakable. I never explained the material, it's exactly the same as our sword. Yeah, I guess now we are unbreakable. Perfection at its finest. Well, the entire reason that we are here is not just for the shuriken, we want some grains of infinity. I believe around 100 of them, and I do have plenty of flint and steel, so don't you worry. Although I wish I had a magnet. Magnets are incredibly cheap. I don't know why I don't have one. So far we have 29. That is a lovely number. With 5 flint and steel, we did manage to get 1 stack and 55. We need 81 of them in order to make a double compressed block of infinity, and you guys already know the drill. If you put it inside the sag mill, you're going to get a grain of infinity with a 5% chance. Of course, you're going to get your original blocks back, so you're basically duping it. And no seeds are not an option. Not yet. Basically what we need to do at this very moment is to get a ton of alloys and start making some Ender IO machines. I am making dark steel at this very moment. A lot. I forgot how much redstone we're gonna need. It's gonna be crazy. As it turns out, it wasn't just redstone, we also needed some cactus, so I got into a bit of NuclearCraft. Nothing too fancy for the moment, but we have 10 of the following seeds. The seed, cactus, sugarcane, potato, pumpkin, and melon. And I was also trying a bit with the actual NuclearCraft seeds, and we also have ferranum. That gives you iron. I don't mind getting to redstone, we will do that today, but for the moment, let us proceed. And yes, we have a sag mill, it's very garbage. Oh, and I forgot to mention, NuclearCraft does require treated wood. You know, for the crop sticks. But for the moment, all I needed was the industrial dye blend. That's too much. 42. Let's make 1 stack. Just in case you're wondering, until we get into modular machines and automate sieving, resources are going to be very scarce. So our goal is going to be making machines which are going to make recipes cheaper. And one of those machines is the alloy furnace from NuclearCraft. And yes, it doesn't look that horrifying, but this is our goal. Because if you guys remember, we need a lot of red alloy ingots. This is basically our redstone dust. The beginning recipe requires 8 redstone dust. Just for 1 ingot. With the kiln, we reduce it to 4, and with the alloy furnace, we can reduce it to 2. And it's also going to be super fast. For the moment, let us make 18 simple machine chassis. We're gonna need them. And we just upgrade them to the industrial version. Oh, and one thing that I forgot to mention is that today we're going to have flight. It's like 150 more RAKs, it's nothing. Then again, maybe not. What the hell? You are expensive. Oh my goodness, you are extremely expensive. Okay, I'll be right back. You killed my parrot. Enjoy hell. Jerk. Yeah, I am telling you, recipes are getting a bit crazy. I need my grains of infinity back. I have made more alloy smelters because we need tons of alloys. So in total we have 4 of them, but I think we are going to need way more. It's day 100 and I'm still making alloys. Also, I'm going to need more solar panels. What are we missing? I have a dedicated chest for solar panels so that crafting would be easier. Lovely. We can have 8. Basically, in order to make this alloy smelter, we need almost all the alloys that you see over here. And I'm making them bit by bit. You see? This is a quest. I have made a decent amount of alloy and the only thing I was waiting for was this, the vivid alloy. Yes, thank you for the quest. And we needed all of those alloys in order to make these kind of gears from Ender IO. And since we're going to go with 4 machines in total at this very moment, we need 8 gears, which I just realized I made a miscalculation. Oh, I need 16 more vivid alloy. Just in case you're wondering why the hell am I confused, in order to make 1 alloy smelter from Ender IO, you know, the normal one, you're going to need 3 simple alloy smelters, and each one of those simple alloy smelters requires 2 simple furnaces. It doesn't look much, but it does add up over time. And I'm out of aluminium gears. That is perfectly fine. For the moment, let us get 2 alloy smelters. That should be a quest. Thank you. And these ones don't really work without a capacitor, so let us get a few capacitors. That should be another quest. Quests are important. We will get flight. And these are going to be like way faster. Oh, it's way faster. My goodness. And of course, in the meantime, I get more gears. We have 3 good alloy smelters. We can make 1 more, but I really want to upgrade the sag mill. I'm assuming that's going to be more useful in the long run. Oh, and we don't have... what? Oh, yes. We were missing alloys. Again. And this is exactly why we are doing this. We need alloys. And voila, the sag mill. So with every single quest, how many RAKs did I get? I did a bit more. Anything that we could have done. That is 55. I have some business in the nether. Oh, we're not missing that much. Only 3 quests. or so. Well, I can have a tier 1 crafting seed. That is one quest. If we get one more inferium, that's going to be another quest. And I don't really need the seeds for the moment. This is why you should not throw things away. Oh, wait a minute, it's 100 more. Oops, my bad. Never mind. As usual, there is no need to panic. We need to start unlocking thermal expansion, so we're going to get far more quests. For example, the engineer's workbench. And I really want, yeah, you give it to me. Perfect. The crafting components. Because in order to make the machine frame from thermal expansion, you're going to need light engineering blocks, obviously. And that requires the iron mechanical component, which requires a ton of copper and iron plates. I should have really made a metal press. For the moment, I'm the press. Sometimes I get confused. What is the difference? Iron plate, copper. Oh, it's not the gear. I'm an idiot. I was going to start making the machine frame from thermal expansion and I realized this. Ineffable glass. When I was vein mining in the nether, I found, yeah, this is not the one. You just cook it and then crush it. And for some reason, you can't crush it in a normal sag mill. Why? Well, thankfully, there's always a cheaty way. I shouldn't carry everything with me. Since we were getting into NuclearCraft, one of the things that I wanted to make was a silk touch pick. It's not an amazing pick, it's just supposed to silk touch. So, silky jewel. And I think I have some reinforcement upgrades. Yes. Hello. You should always be kind to the native population. Yes, that thing. If we do manage to get a pulverizer, we don't need to do this anymore. Ever. Lava doesn't destroy items. Didn't know that. But we just need a few pieces of ore. I have a feeling a bit more. Yeah, we're gonna need 8. I thought I saw some lunar ore under this lava. Oh, I'm hallucinating. That's not good. Somebody hit me. You jerk. Don't do that. I have made a huge mess out of the nether, but I think we have the final one. Yes, that one. You come with me. We have 8. Also, don't ask me, but I have no idea how to get out. Okay, the portal is that way. Yes, exactly. That was a lot of work for just getting a stupid machine frame, but we have our lunar reactive dust, which looks like lapis. And since I want to make sure that we are going to be fine, let's make some unstable ingots. You know, the stable unstable ingot. And voila. Moonstone. We get some thickened glass, which does mean hopefully I can make the ineffable glass. Let's keep one of these moonstones. And finally, the machine frame. Oh, these quests are also going to count. Lovely. We are at 700 RAKs. A bit more to go. I am not just doing this for flight, we need to progress anyways. Flight is just the added bonus, that's it. The pulverizer, we don't have to repeat that stupid process ever again. And one thing that I really need personally is going to be the sawmill. It's actually not that great, it gives you like only 2 planks. What? Well, depending on the wood, it can give you 8. So ladies and gentlemen, we have our sawmill, pulverizer, compactor, and induction smelter. We need to start setting up a small machine area so that I would be able to start processing items. Obviously, it is not going to be a super amazing area, we just want to extend this platform because everything is going to be temporary. But I have been making some conduits, and yes, it's a pain to craft them. In my personal opinion, this is another huge milestone for us, having machines and the ability to make garbage at a relatively decent rate. However, today we are going to have 2 milestones. The other one is going to be flights. Only 40 more. And I thought we were going to start with the things that we're going to need immediately. One of them is going to be a capacitor bank, like so. That is another quest, so that, you know, we can have some sort of a power buffer. At this very moment, we don't really need to have the blast furnace from immersive engineering, but that is also a quest. So let us make it, hopefully. There are like 50 billion types of netherrack and 50 billion types of nether brick, so yeah. But this should be one quest. Lovely. We should convert 2 of them into the reinforced version, because one of the items that I really want to craft is the magma crucible, which is going to be lovely, because now we should be able to make gears. You go there? Okay. Diamond gears. For some reason, it's not hardened glass, it's Invar hardened glass, but there you go. A magma crucible. And I guess the next one is going to be the fluid transposer. This is not that bad. The magma crucible and the fluid transposers are incredibly important because of the neutral steel. I only have 1 draconium ingot, but for the quest we need 1 neutral steel of the 1st degree. Thank you. We got quite a bit. 20 more and 20 more to go. Oh, we actually had 2 more in immersive engineering, so 10 more to go. And this was the easy part, because we have a Sterling generator, which we're not going to use, and some alloys that we didn't need. So we're good, right? 768. Exactly 768. Can I fly? Thank you for the totem. It's only 83 levels, so are we good? Yes. We have flight. Creative flight. Amazing. I think like last time, this is not going to work in the Twilight Forest or Erebus where you really want it to work, but it does work in the Nether. Yeah, it does work in the Nether. Awesome. The reason that I really wanted flight, let's face it, we don't really need that, is that I'm looking for a very specific ore which I think spawns in the nether. Uh-oh. I don't have food, and I just vain mined. It's fine, we're gonna make it, don't you worry. Yes, I found it. This is called a lava crystal, and apparently it does spawn within the magma block veins. We need this in order to unlock NuclearCraft, that's it. I'm pretty excited, I know. If I'm not wrong, I need 18 of them for the moment, because I need 2 blocks. This one was empty. It's a bit rare. Maybe not. I think they have tweaked this mod pack in a way that you're always desperate for one. Because I have 17 and I needed 18. Yeah, exactly. Now I can't find a single one. Oops. There are so many items on the ground that I'm afraid my game is going to crash, but I finally found it. How did I get in here? I have a feeling that we can survive in lava. For a few seconds. I told you that the Twilight Forest portal is finicky. I just came here to collect my waystone and look where we spawned. And here you cannot fly. If you guys remember, in Kappa mode there used to be a dimension called Landia, and that is no longer available. Lost Cities is going to contain every single ore that used to be available in Landia, and well, we are looking for NuclearCraft ores, so I believe we should be able to find it there. It's just that I know how to get there, I don't know how to get back, so we're gonna take our waypoint. And now that I have flight, I don't really care. Where did we spawn? Where the hell? Darklands Mountains. That's actually nice. I'm not a fan of flying over the void. Oh, wait a minute. We get fluid cows? There is an antimatter cow. Liquid crystal, which does nothing. We wait for the antimatter cow, but for the moment, we just need to have a bed. And this is going to be my first bed ever. And also, it doesn't really tell you the configuration. How you're supposed to place it. Bed on top? I think this is how it's supposed to work, but I'm not sure. The first sleep in a very long time, that didn't work. You have to place them down next to the bed. And I was just right clicking, nothing happened, so I thought something is wrong. It was loading. And yes, it's a very good thing I brought the waypoint because we have no ways of getting back. And I can fly. Awesome. There should be loot here too, right? No, but let us see if we can at least find the ores that we want. Oh, I found something. Yes, thorium and boron. Lovely. Hello, sir. Yeah, everything from NuclearCraft is here. That is amazing. Hello, boys. And I'm gonna set up the waypoint over here. Oh, and by the way, just before I forget, this was the configuration for the bed. Since I need to do some mining in the Lost Cities, I made myself a lantern of paranoia. Where is it? This one. And also a Sojourner's staff. He eats up the torches. This guy places down the torches. It's a bit laggy, but it's nice. We also don't need a crazy amount of resources. Oh, actually, we need some ores for the crops, especially redstone. Yeah, as I was saying, we don't need a crazy amount of ores, just a bit to get started. Hello, John Cena. What the hell? Abyssal Knight. Huh. I am back, and we do have a decent supply of ores. I think that's going to be enough for the moment, but we need to make a few alloys. This one is a very familiar alloy. It's Indirium. If you guys remember, this is the goal, the alloy furnace. It's actually not a horrible recipe, it's just that it requires a bit of crafting, that's it. Also, before we start melting these ores, there is an upgrade, ore processing from the furnaces. And I think this time I even have everything. Ah, coal dust, okay. We have a decent supply of dark steel, so why the hell not? It's gonna be faster. Does it give you 2? Sometimes you get 2. Interesting. So, some luminescence, and I have tons of gears, don't you worry, and voila. Ore processing upgrade. It's not a quest, you have to make all the upgrades. But I believe with the upgrade, you should be able to double ores as well. So we have 16 boron, we should get 32? Yes, perfection. What is this? Oh, this is the Sterling generator. Another question would be, is there a nice way of making steel? Not really, you need coal coke. Okay, it's fine, we go with normal coal, I have plenty. Just ignore how messy my smelter is. Basically what we need to do is to mix some steel with boron so that we get something called ferroboron. That ferroboron with lithium is gonna give us tough alloy, which is something that we need in order to make the alloy furnace. I have a sudden urge to void everything, but I shouldn't do that. Exactly, ferroboron. I guess the rest of that should be relatively easy because we have everything, no? Yeah, it's gonna be cheap. Then, ladies and gentlemen, see you in a few minutes. You would think that you have found peace and tranquility, but then you're proven wrong in like 10 seconds. The gist of it is, we need enhanced dye blend in order to make the enhanced machine chassis, correct? That requires grains of piezoality, pulsating crystal, and here it is. Empowered diamantine crystal, which needs, I can't even read that. There are a few elements from NuclearCraft that we get as a byproduct whenever we're harvesting ores. And of course, this is one of them. You see, coal gave us something, beryllium. Redstone is going to give us the thing that we want, hopefully. Yes, only one. And I guess since I'm doing this, I might as well collect as much as we can so that I can also make the dank null. The reason that I have not made it as of yet was because I had to make the Empowerer and I was really not in the mood. Apparently in Mythic mode nobody cares about my mood, so I might as well do that. Lapis. Finally. That gives us fluorite. I just got some vines, I went to the nether, I got the other vines, and now we need to start crafting. A ton of garbage. And yes, I do understand that getting these things in block form is easier, but you should remember that in this mod pack it's incredibly difficult to make blocks. I mean, this block you can just craft, but a block of lapis you have to use a factorizer. But here is the fun part. In order to make the battery, you're going to need coils, right? And this is the recipe for the coils, not that one, this one. And it's weird. I don't remember ever seeing a recipe with forged micro blocks. So it's a block of iron post. That's the pillar. Oh, this is the post. Fine. And the other one is just diamond panels. Okay, that was easy. I thought it's going to be incredibly difficult, but we need way more. Oh, you don't stack? What a jerk. There is a reason that it doesn't stack. You just need the one to make 43. Well, basically one stack, so it's not a very bad recipe. I'm sorry, how much can I make? Yeah, that's probably enough. I was never a fan of making the Empowerer, but this time it wasn't that bad. I always mess up the recipe, just ignore the fact that I have too many blocks left. But let us see at least if we can make some empowered blocks. We need redstone and red dye. I have poppies, lovely. I think the center one does not require any power. Yeah, but the other ones do. We have 5 solar panels, that is more than enough. These are very garbage solar panels, I am aware of that. But it does seem during the day it does keep up. Okay, then we're good. I don't care. Yes, finally it's ready. The first one. Do you remember that I said during the day we're good? I was wrong. What if you have 2? It's not great. Just a bit of a progress update. We finally have our enhanced dye blend. That means we should be able to make 2 enhanced chassis. I'm also empowering all the blocks just for the quest. And also I want a dank null, so why not? Although in a mod pack where you're struggling with inventory management, you get a ton of weird glass. I'm not gonna keep them. Wait a minute, can you do glass paints? No. 1 by 1? No. It's fine. We suffer. Does it crash if you open it? No. Well, for me this has been the worst part because I have not been sieving and we're almost out of resources. And I'm running out of ingredients. For example, we have 72 redstone left. I mean, there is a little bit in every single chest, but you get the point. And besides, I really wanted to start making 2 brand new alloy smelters so that we don't use the ones that we already have. So obviously everything got a bit more expensive. But finally, ladies and gentlemen, 2 enhanced alloy smelters. Oh, and by the way, we're up to dank 3 and I have made the additional blocks. I believe that should be everything. We don't need anything else. Yes, the quest is complete. I have also been preparing. I had to use my cauldron. There's a hole. I have been preparing some tough alloy. Here is our graphite dust. We need it in order to make the plating. Also, none of the quests in Kappa are going to count because first they want us to make the manufactory, which is not something that I can do. You need plutonium, and in order to get plutonium, what you're going to need is some formic acid, which you get from Erebus. Therefore, we are going to skip a few steps. Steel frames and 2 alloy furnaces. Lovely. For the moment, you guys go over there and let us see if they do work as intended. This one gives us the red alloy with osmium, but it should only consume 2 redstone. And yes, I'm aware that we do need upgrades. Yep, just consumed 2. I will get the upgrades as soon as we get solar panels, and the reason that I could not make it until now was... what was it? Ah yes, empowered palace. Now we have some, so we're good. That is going to save so much resources that you have no idea. Tank 4 seems to be the exception. It needs aluminium brass. Don't know why, but that is fine. Count the quest. I'm not really going to start making another dank null for the quest to count. So, dank 5. Thankfully, we did not run out of dark steel, so dank 6. There's another one? Oh, that's creative. Okay, never mind. This is fine by me. As for our power situation, now that we have luminescence as well as the palace, I think we can go to tier 4. No, actually tier 5. Yeah, this is tier 4. Come on. Count the quest. And this one is tier 5. It's not much, it's like 1000 RF. Another very important thing is I think I need better conduits. For the moment I'm going with these, they transfer 640. I just wanted to mention that conduits are a bit expensive in this mod pack. But this should last us for a very long time. And just before we wrap up today's episode, there is one more thing that I need to do. We don't really have a harvester, but next episode I'm going to get into industrial foregoing and get the plant gatherer. And oh my goodness, this is laggy. I should be careful. But what I wanted to do is to have the red seeds. That is going to give us redstone. Red seeds is a combination of ferronome and lapis. Ferronome is iron. And yes, this is not a 10-10-10, it's a 5-5-5 because it's a combination of 2 10 seeds. It's weird, I know. But by the time it reaches the end, it should be 10. Also, these are kind of garbage, it gives you nuggets. While iron is being 10, let us also try to get lapis. Takes time. Actually, maybe I should scan this one first. I don't think a watering can is going to be an option. No, we just wait. It's a really fun mod, I know. Oh, we got something somewhere. Oh, that was iron. Lavender seeds. Perfection. So that means I can have my block of lapis back, put some redstone, and what we are waiting for right now is red seeds. That's something that I want to 10. Eventually we have to do it with everyone, but you know, and that is red seeds. It's 100%, so we would have gotten it anyways. But iron should already be 10, right? Yeah. So let us duplicate it a bit. And in the meantime, I'm going to do lapis. We have only 5 ores. If we want to get the mystical agriculture seeds, all of these have to be 10. Otherwise the recipe is not going to work. Anywho, we have iron, and it is time for redstone. Nothing should touch the void, otherwise you will get lag, and we have water. I should have made it 1 block more thick, but at that time I didn't have flight. I have wonderful news. Red seeds are 10. And I forgot which one it was. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's this one. Lovely. We don't need the rest of them. We can also take clippings, but this is faster. Also, now that you are 10, how much redstone do you give me? 12, 13 more? Holy. This is faster than sieving. You just have to right click. I never had so much redstone. It's awesome. But if I want to convert it into an actual farm, we do need the harvester, and I'm going to need way more redstone. And by redstone, I meant the ore. Otherwise, it's not gonna grow. This is awesome. Also, that means I can use the cheaty recipe. I don't care about redstone. I mean, you understand the point. If you're in a hurry, it works. What? Oh, covalence dust. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one. Bye bye.